Donald Trump, let's go, open the White House. I'm coming.
The hype surrounding the biggest event of the world's best league is growing stronger and stronger, my friends. Are we really about to witness a showdown between the #1 and #2 pound-for-pound fighters on earth? Two of the most terrifying men to ever step into the octagon.
This is something that I want to do. Islam, he's a great fighter. He's the #1 pound for pound. I'm the best fighter in the world. So I know that I can do with him whatever I want to do because I know that I'm much better than him.
Yeah, Ilia is a champion now, lightweight. But we'll see. He keep talking about the fight against me, and after that fight, let's see, we will do some things.
Something tells us this scenario is absolutely possible. Why? Here's why.
Oh, he's got it. Got it, yeah. Sunk up. That's tight. It's over. That's it.
There's the tap, and still Islam Makhachev, the most wanted way to step to Dagestan. Overtapped. Islam Makhachev with a submission in round 5. Topuria Brown's walking off the end. That'll do it, and massive knockdown for Topuria, and still.
Well, he's already busted up. Out cold.
We've prepared an explosive promo for the upcoming White House card. Islam Makhachev versus Ilia Topuria. Smash the like button and let's begin.
Him against Islam?
I mean, that would be amazing.
Oh,
That's
it would be
the
amazing.
super fight.
100% it'd be amazing. The guy's a beast.
These thoughts from Joe Rogan and his crew in the studio, recorded during yet another million-view podcast, were said quite a while ago, though it still feels like yesterday, when El Matador appeared on the horizon with his brutally unstoppable run through the featherweight division. No one even considered the idea of him facing a Dagestani fighter. Why? Because he was laser-focused on becoming a champion. To do that, he had to go on a massive winning streak and collect some of the most impressive scalps in the division. Only after his triumphant main event win at UFC on ABC did the matchmakers trust Ilia with a shot at Alexander Volkanovski. And when Topuria knocked out the Folk, the question immediately became, what's next? And here's the funny part. Both Islam and Ilia knocked out the Australian. First, Islam did it in October 2023. Then the Georgian Spaniard repeated the feat in February 2024. Later on, it became clear what the UFC planned. They booked Makhachev vs. Poirier for the summer card, while Ilia was given different instructions. You're great, kid, but slow down. Defend your belt in your own division first before jumping weight classes. Topuria accepted the rules and signed to face Max Holloway in October at UFC 300 In the end, both fighters achieved their goals. Islam took time off to heal injuries, while Topuria jumped straight into the media spotlight.
I would put Justin Gaethje against Paddy Pimblett, me against Islam. Once I pass him, I get the title, and you put me against Paddy.
The MMA world reacted to this idea with incredible excitement. Who wouldn't want to see two of the strongest, most dangerous, most unbreakable monsters on the planet collide in the same cage and go to war until the end? Islam responded calmly to the growing talk, answering in the typical Khabib style, just without bringing King Kong into the conversation.
There's all these opponents, they all say they want to finish me in the first or second round. I already said, if you can make 155, you can get into the cage, let's talk about it then.
Insert Islam answer clip. But Khabib himself had a different tone. He didn't like that matchmakers, Mick Maynard, Dana White, others, kept pushing featherweights into Islam's path. He's a lightweight, Khabib said, so let him fight lightweights, and he had a point. There weren't many left anyway. Islam had beaten almost all of them.
Why Islam have to give 3-time chance for 145 champion? Why? It's not fair for 155 pounds.
Right,
But if he move up and he beat somebody like Charles Oliveira, of course.
Yeah.
And I
like that.
And I think, you know what I think?
Yeah.
I think he can beat him.
Yeah.
After the shocking knockout over Max Holloway, Ilia Topuria waited. He had verbal agreements with the UFC regarding next steps, and he no longer wanted to destroy his body with brutal weight cuts, so he simply waited for what would happen next. As you remember, Islam Makhachev defended his lightweight belt for the last time in January 2025, finishing Renato Moicano in the first round with a submission. From that moment, El Matador launched a wave of call-outs online, directed at Islam and the top lightweights, hinting at his future plans. But things did not go the way he expected.
Me personally, I would ask him like, what's your favorite submission? I'm gonna submit you with that. I have to do it.
Topuria's remarks were aimed at Islam, but nothing came of them, because on May 10th at UFC 315, Jack Della Maddalena defeated Belal Muhammad and became the new welterweight champion. The moment it happened, Islam didn't wait a second. He announced publicly his intention to move up to welterweight, and because of that, he could no longer meet Ilia Topuria, who also vacated his belt and moved up to lightweight around that same time. Now watch closely. Here's how the pieces moved.
What are you envisioning now as far as the way the fight goes?
I'm gonna finish him in the first round.
Islam Makhachev started putting on muscle for the transition to 170. Topuria was doing almost the same, but his move was easier. His body was already suited for lightweight, and he'd fought there before, even scoring a knockout in the UFC. While Islam was deep in camp, he shared his thoughts on Ilia's fight with Charles Oliveira.
It depends, man. Who can follow his MMA? Who can follow his game plan? You know, if Charles can take him down, he can finish him easy in the ground. Or if Topuria catch him, he gonna sleep. You know, and two options. Who is gonna make the game plan working?
Topuria's title fight with Oliveira took place at UFC 317 in June. To everyone's shock, El Matador delivered another sensational performance, ending with a brutal knockout. What's more, Ilia didn't hesitate for a second. He immediately aimed for his third championship belt, fully confident in what he wanted next.
My real goal always was Islam. But since he decided to run away, it has to be Charles. Listen, I think that he took a great decision. If the UFC would offer him to fight against Justin Gaethje or some another contender in the division, I think that he would stay at 155. But with me coming up, he was like, I don't have to take this risk. I'm gonna move up to the 170. I'm gonna try to get another belt, and that's all, because he knows that I'm dangerous. He knows that I'm gonna put him to sleep. Even Khabib. The only reason they don't want me to fight against him, because they know that I'm gonna beat him.
This interview once again proved Ilia's burning desire to share the cage with Islam. He is willing to do anything: trash talk, provocation, aggression, to make that fight happen. And surprisingly, there is a real, almost hidden confidence inside him. The belief that he can beat the top 1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world.
I would love to see Islam getting the title and the UFC letting me go up to 117 and getting the third belt.
Speaking of pound-for-pound rankings, for a short while, Topuria actually overtook Makhachev when he became the undisputed 155 lb champion. His knockout streak over Volkanovski, Holloway, Oliveira played a huge role in that, and many fans joked that Topuria had pushed Islam out of the lightweight division, invading his territory, taking his throne, and forcing him to flee like a scared lion. Of course, in reality, Islam was simply preparing for his welterweight debut, while Ilia disappeared from the spotlight for a bit. Recently, the UFC president discussed the company's future plans with the media, mentioning an early January PPV card.
Matchmaking was today, and we started working on the first Paramount card today.
Okay, I'm not expecting you to say anything, but do you think there's a chance Ilia Topuria could end up on that card? Big star.
It's a possibility.
Most likely, this refers to Topuria defending his title against a contender like Sarukyan, Pimblet, or Gaethje. It wouldn't be fair to give Ilia an immediate shot at welterweight just because he won gold at lightweight. He needs at least one successful defense before stepping into Makhachev's sandbox. Meanwhile, Islam Makhachev made history. On November 15th, in the main event of UFC 322, he performed exactly as planned, outclassing Jack Della Maddalena in every area, earning a dominant 50-45 victory and becoming the new welterweight champion. He also tied Anderson Silva's legendary UFC win streak, a historic moment. After the fight, he spoke with the media and clarified everything, clean and direct.
Also Kamaru, Topuria, you know, all killers want to take my belts. No, I don't give you no.
Topuria, I don't know if you saw his tweet. He said you're like the most boring fighter in the UFC or something like that. I know you said to ask you about him after the fight at Media Day. Can you give us your full thoughts on a fight with him now?
No injury, nothing. I don't feel any pains. I'm ready. Who is gonna be next? Let's do this, and I will make it easy.
In the end, we are now closer than ever to witnessing a super fight between the Kobus 1 and Top 2 pound-for-pound fighters, live in their absolute prime. The UFC has already done it with female fighters. Now it's time to do it with the men. And trust me, you will not want to miss it if Topuria wins in January. He calls out Islam on camera, and then, next summer, they walk into the octagon together in front of the White House.
Is the Ilia fight, that's obviously the biggest fight, right? But is that one you would like to look at, or would you rather keep Ilia at 55 and make him defend that championship at least?
I don't know yet. You know, obviously the great thing that you just laid out is we have a lot of options.
Yeah.
And it depends on what he wants to do. Has he been through here yet?
Islam, no.
No. So does he want to stay at 170? Is he interested in 155? Is he, you know, I don't know any of those questions. You know what I mean? Answers.
Yeah.
What do you think about the future of the lightweight and welterweight champions, especially with Islam looking so dominant in his new weight class? Share your boldest predictions in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe so other videos don't slip past you. And of course, smash that like button if you enjoyed this episode. See you next time.